Yes, hi everyone. I'm very happy to be here today again with you for Noon Spark number 9. We're live, so Facebook, LinkedIn, and also we are on X. So again, today it's all about having fun, talking about AI, and make sure that we're able to connect with new technology and able to talk about real thing happening in the tech. So again, today I wanted to talk about the AI Entrepreneur Alliance, what we're doing, what is the purpose, why we're here, and what is the mission about the AI Entrepreneur Alliance is to make sure that we are able to connect with people all around the world, that we're able to make sure that the businesses, IT people, people that want to work on AI, that are able to connect and make sure that we have bridge between peoples and company. We know that how AI it is, we are able to, we're going to evaluate and be able to improve with AI. So we want to make sure that we have all the resource. And when we're talking about resource, it's to find contract bids all together. It's to do marketing all together and make sure that we are able to work and raise all together. And this is the purpose of AI Entrepreneur Alliance. So again, if you're a person looking to get involved in AI, if you're a startup that you're looking to have help in AI, if you have a middle-sized company, tech company, and you also wanted to get bids, contract, and having like a success in States, Canada, all around the world, and have contract, this is the place with the Entrepreneur Alliance. And the other side also, if you're a company looking to have contract or anything about AI, we have people that we can connect you with the IoT systems, with AI technology. It can be also with robotics. So a lot of things. So that's AI Entrepreneur Alliance. So first, let me introduce my co-host Cynthia Flores. That she's always with me since a few Noon Spark event. Very happy to be with her and be talking to Cynthia. So Cynthia Flores, welcome to Noon Spark number
Hi.
9.
You can always ask questions in the chat during the conversation. So we'll be asking questions to the guest and you can ask the question there. And yeah, my name is Cynthia Flores. I'm a business growth strategist. So always looking to see how we can optimize your businesses, how we can enhance the experience of your clients too. And I'll be glad to work on your branding and everything. So I'm glad to be here every time with you, Sebastian, and to learn about AI at the same time.
Yes,
So for the invitation.
yes, and the great thing is that the AI is evolving so fast, is moving so fast that we learn to eat every day. So every new sport that you were doing, that we're bringing more people, it's awesome because we learn so much. And again, this is incredible. And again, if you understand exactly what Cynthia is doing, she's a pro. This is the person that you need to have in your company, looking to have resource or any advice about how to have the process and make sure that you can follow good roadmap. Cynthia, she's the best about helping company to make sure that they have a solution about that. And so, yeah, thank you very much, Cynthia, to be with us. So
I'm glad.
now, Noon Spark, we have two amazing guests today, two awesome people. So we have Alireza from Worldwide Robotic Hub, and we also have Ali, a co-founder of Ecologia. So let's welcome them and again say hi to them. Hi, how are you doing today?
Welcome to the
Hello, how
place.
are you?
Good, good, good. So how everything is going on your side about AI and tech? So
Yeah,
Yeah,
for me, it's
yes,
so
going.
good, perfect. So we'll
let
pass
Ali
a
go first.
good, perfect. So we pass 30 minutes of having fun, explaining your company, and make sure that we're having more information. And the goal here, just want to be clear, the goal with all the people that watching is to understand more about your business, to verify how we can connect with you, how we can use your services, how we can call you and make sure that Ali Reza and Ali, you have customer at the end of the webinar. We are able to express what you're doing and you're shining. That's the goal today, okay?
Awesome.
So let's talk let's begin with Alireza. So Alireza, are you able to explain a little bit more about what is Worldwide Robotic Hub and explain who you are? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. First of all, hello to everyone, and I really appreciate your invitation. Thanks for having me here. So, to just give you a context about Worldwide Robotics Hub, is basically a company that we are trying to establish in terms of creating the network between the people in the realm of robotics. And we initially started doing some kind of events. They did one event in May 21st. We are going to have another event in the 22nd of October, the same month, in medical robotics. And we started in Montreal because we are based in Montreal, but we definitely want to expand it as much as we can to connect, being connected to all over the Canada and eventually to the world. And yeah, that's basically what we do at Worldwide Robotics Hub.
Nice. And do you have something to show? You want to maybe present your businesses?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Just give me a second. I'm gonna share it with you.
perfect.
Yeah. So basically, can you see my screen, right?
Yeah,
Well, we were
yeah,
able to see
there
it,
we
but
go.
now it. Oh yeah, it's.
Okay. So the first important question is that why robotics is important. And to answer this question, we have to say that robotics is not limited to only one sector or one application. It can be used in aerospace, entertainment, disaster response, drones for even taking videos or shooting videos, military and security services, medical applications, humanoid, industrial, which is something that I'm actually working at on my other job, and also underwater robotics. So we have robotics being involved in every sector of our everyday lifestyle, even though we are not noticing that because we are not talking about robotics that much. Because so far we are all talking about AI and the importance of the tech, but we have to know that in the big background there are robots that are building our cars and our whole railways, and everything is nowadays built by robots. We have identified the main stakeholders and their main problems. For the first group of the stakeholders in the robotics realm, we realized that we have the typical users that they are enthusiasts, news followers. One of the problems for them is the lack of a specific platform. The second group, which is one of the biggest group of robotics realm, is academia group that consists of the professors, students, scholars, and lab groups. That the main problem for this group is that they have a lack of connecting uh, perfectly getting connected between the students and the professor. So when a student is looking for a professor, or they're doing it vice versa, they always have the same problem. For the companies and providers, which is companies, startups, employees, that's again the same scenario, because they don't have a dedicated space. Even though, for example, we have LinkedIn, but we don't have a dedicated space for robotics, for people in robotics to get connected to each other, to being in the events, to hire it easier, and a dedicated space for them. That's another problem. And even for the governments and organizations, such as nonprofit organizations, or even like federations, or like competitions, one of the biggest challenges, which we are also one of them, is getting connected to our attendees. So we realized that these first two topics are the main topics that we can target for now, the typical users in academia. But in total, in terms of having a solution, having an integrated online communication platform that can bring all of those peers all together around the world can be the Worldwide Robotics Hub. And our team consists of me, Dr. Tavakoli, who is a well-known professor in the University of Alberta. We have Dr. Hushio, who is a surgeon, the professor at the surgery department of McGill in Montreal. And we have Sam, that he is also in States. And this is our team. And so far, as I said to you, so far we did the one event in the past, and we are planning to do another events as well. And we are planning to get more involved with everyone in the robotics, and inviting everyone from different sectors of robotics to join us, and expand this.
Wow, this is awesome, and I know that as we already said previously in the other Noon Spark, they will have so much robot, more than human, and to have a way to connect the system, the ecosystem of robotic, to make sure from the start to have the funding, to have the people all around. This is awesome, to make sure that you build the communities about how you are able to evolve and go through the AI and robotic. That's awesome. Great job.
Thanks.
Yes. So we have also Ali, so the co-founder of Ecologia. So hi Ali. So how are you doing today?
Hi, how are you? I'm doing good, thank you.
Good. So are you able
Uh,
to explain to me what exactly is Ecologia? And I want to say something about congratulate you about your winning prize that you have on Startup Fest, like the cooperator prize that you win. So with your co-founder. So good, good.
Thank you so much.
With
Yeah,
cooperative,
Yes,
right.
right?
very nice.
Thank you
So
so
yeah,
much.
so
Thank
are
you.
you able to tell me what is exactly is your company and
Yeah,
what services that
exactly.
you're providing?
Exactly. So let me share my screen. So the project is called Ecologia, and we found together with three other founders. And what's basically ecologia? So it's another way to think about the CO2. So everybody is knowing the CO2 problems, the greenhouse effect and stuff like that, and everybody is trying to capture CO2. But once you capture it, what to do with? So that's the question. So usually people will just transform into some minerals and things like that, and there is no value added to that CO2 capture. That's why almost all CO2 captures projects are quite slow to go forward. And what we do here is like uh, we will capture CO2, we will transform it biologically to an energy source and use that energy and carbon source to build lithium-free batteries. So it seems like a big project. So how it works more scientifically, since I'm a scientific and base, so it's like using some ceramic filters to capture CO2 as a sponge. Then once that CO2 is concentrated and captured, we'll transform it to a bioreactor. This bioreactor will use enzymes, which are proteins that will transform it to an energy and carbon source. And that carbon belt will be used to build the batteries. So all of these with our partners. And once these batteries that are similar to lithium battery in performance, but are not lithium-based batteries, so are just in carbon, once we want to recycle them, we'll just burn them to get out all the metal in as normal batteries. The CO2 that will be emitted and the carbon will be captured again and injected back to the production cycle. And that will make a negative emission of CO2 to the project, and that will fit with the net zero programs and the objectives. So who are we? So we are three startups on this project. So me and Jonathan, we are the co-founder of Cytogen, which is the startup making the biotransformation, since we are PhDs in chemistry and biochemistry. We are partnering with Wasim, which is the co-founder of C-Filter, which is another startup capturing CO2 from the industrial plants. And then there is UA, which is the engineer behind the lithium-free batteries based on carbon. And together we are building the manufacturing chain, and we are thinking the recycling chain together. So that's Ecologia, and that's what we do, and that's how we won the prize. As I said, we are three startups, and we are working together in the same way you do here in connecting people together. We were connected through Cooperathon, and now we're working together on this big project.
Wow.
So yeah, that's it for me.
Great job, Ali. Great job.
Thank you.
Mm. And you said kind of, let's say AI is reshaping, right, the research methodology. Let's say AI transformed the way you conduct and interpret research into your journey, let's say.
Yeah. So what we do. So I will speak mainly about the biotransformation, since I'm
Mm-hmm.
more expert in there. So to make an enzyme or a protein do a specific reaction, let's say CO2 to energy, there is no natural protein doing that. So you need to modify protein, making it efficient toward what you need. And for that, you need to modify inner structure of the protein. And for every position of amino acid there is 20 possibilities. So let's say there is 100 protein amino acid in that protein. It's 20 times 100 possibilities to look in, and that's where AI go in. So to shrink out all these huge amount of probabilities to get a couple of thousand, couple of hundreds that we can try in real life in lab and make the choice between the best ones.
Ali, I have a question. What bring you there? CO2, batteries, where it's coming from? This energy to go in this field.
Yeah. So it's coming from my background, let's say. So I'm an engineer in bioprocesses. I made let's say a master and a bachelor in it, and then I worked for let's say a bit less than a year in a biorefinery where they are making bioprocess more simpler. So they are, like say, developing analytic way to get it more efficient. And from there I saw immediately the interest in research. So they are making research to get bioprocess easier. And from there I said, told myself, why not, I will dive in research. So I dived into a bio research again with a PhD. And there, the more I make research, more I see the interest between engineering, research, and building something applied for a startup. And yeah, when I started, there is no AI there, but when we are going in the journey, AI pop up and changed a lot of things of how we think about things and how to plan a project. So yeah, that's the story.
And
Wow.
talking about changes, let's say for Alireza, robotic and AI are becoming increasingly, intertwined. So, in your view, how is AI transforming the field of robotics? Like, let's say in your field of medical and industrial applications.
Yeah, Absolutely. What I always say to my friends as a saying is that, robotics and AI are like brother and sister. So the much one of them is getting more involved and getting more developed, the other one it always follows. That's not something that it has been just here for the past 10 years. It's for a long time. But the from my background, I can say that in the future, even AI and robotics are getting more involved, and nowadays, even the newest technologies and the most important ones and the most profitable ones are the ones that are engaged with AI. So the robotics is not enough anymore because the robotic can create, for example, a hardware that can do a repeatable task for you. That's basically most of the like robotics that robots that we have in industries or we have in even in medical applications. But in terms of having more precise, better respond, better feedbacks, kind of in loop traction and control, definitely implementation of AI can be beneficial here. And we can see that even in nowadays in the industry, that in the past when we were using a robot, the robot was only used for just doing a pick and place. So everything was set from past that that there is an object is coming to a certain position. The robot was programmed in advance to be in that position and take one something and just hold it and put it somewhere else. But nowadays you can see that there is an interaction of robots and operators, so they are working beside each other in a safety manner, and that's only possible with implementing the vision systems, the AI, giving the opportunity of being data driven in all of the sectors of a company. And now the new generation of the companies in industry 4.0, they're all using AI now. So it's not only about the robotics anymore. And even in medical, as you said, before in medical, usually for medical we use just the robots for haptic interaction, but actually, for example, for surgical robotics. But nowadays, even by having AI, you can have the sensation, the feeling, everything better and better and more precise and more accurate. And that's something that, for example, a surgeon really needs to do a surgery with a robot. And yeah, that's the usage.
Wow. So this is awesome because I know that robotic will be everywhere. So definitely medical will be the field that a lot of people will need to have that. And we'll have access for sure more easily and get connected with the robot doctor very soon. So the one question that I have, Alireza, is that you're hosting right now event, you're connecting startup, you're connecting researcher, you're doing so much cooperation right now, and you're doing the network is building. So how what you're doing right now that mostly it is in Canada and the States, how are you seeing the outcome in the coming months and years? So with your number that members that are going to be on your systems, and how you see the future with that.
Yeah, that's actually a really good question because this is basically a kind of question that when you start something you don't have any idea about, but when you go forward, you can have better feedbacks from the attendees and even like the environment and the ecosystem that you're creating. So eventually you can have a better answer. But what I can tell you is that a field like robotics is a multidisciplinary field by its nature. It consists of mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, programming, and a lot of other things. Even like medical robotics is even another medical field involved. So if you're just talking about designing something, maybe one designer can be enough, right, for just doing a design. Definitely having a group of people is more useful, but just one person might be enough. But when it comes to a robotics project or a robotics that is implemented in AI or medical ecosystem or whatever, you definitely need people from different backgrounds. And you can find people from different backgrounds by having the network or the chance to meet those people under the same roof. One of the things that I'm trying, and it takes a lot of time from me, is that there are some people that I'm actually bringing to the events that it took for me that I'm actually involved. I know a lot of contacts on the companies, but it took me like 1 month to get to that person by a lot of layers. But now I'm creating the opportunity and the value for example, a student to be able to talk with that person in person under the same roof, and that creates a value for that person and also from the academia, and creating the bridge between these two that eventually can help the, for example, professors, that instead of just creating a project for their students to work on it without any outcome, they can actually get involved with the industry and put a project that it has a real problem. So the company can be benefited by having some young talents working on that project and a professor in university supervising them. The professor can get benefited because they are working in a real project instead of just something that they just can get some publish some papers out of it. And also the students are more motivated because they know that they are working in a project, and eventually there is a chance for them to get hired by that company. So that's a win-win-win situation for all these three parties, and that's the value that we are creating right now. And I believe in the future it can be more and more, and this involvement gonna be more.
Nice, and definitely the way that we're going with the evolution, that's can just go increasing and go big, for sure. So I wanted just to take
People have questions, just you can
yes.
write it in the chat, because I know it's almost at the end. So don't hesitate to ask the question in the chat. Don't hesitate to maybe you have something in mind that you need. And I don't know if you wanted to say something before that, but I just wanted to know maybe for each one of them. So what do you believe? Let's say Alireza, what would be the most regarding AI, right? The most transformative impact in robotic industry over the next 5 years regarding that, and the same maybe for Ali, not for robotics, but regarding the AI trends or technologies. Do you believe that it will most accelerate collaboration between in your side universities or private sector in the next years?
Yeah,
We can.
well, yeah, I understood. So I believe in the next 5 years, as I said, AI gonna be more involved in every sectors in robotics, and absolutely the sectors that there are data driven, not only just the designing and the even not. I'm not talking about the hardware itself, but the software. By using the robots, the sensors, the data, and having a kind of feedback between all of these portions, what we can definitely achieve in the future is having more precision, more productivity, less downtimes in, for example, machinery setups or like facilities, less injuries for in terms of safety hazards, and that can create a better environment for everyone if we can properly use AI in this sector. And so far, I can tell you that you can see that how much is the differences between having an automation solution instead of just having a counter, like a ordinary solution. Like in the past, we had people working by hand. Now, after that, we had this revolution of the industries that we create the machines for them, and now we are adding automation for it. But if we can create that automation even autonomous with the help of AI, they can create a lot of value in the future. And I believe that we are going toward that way.
We're always doing that at Moonspark. We have a superhero section, so everybody going to be roasted. So that's the time that everybody will have their superhero moment. So let's start and have some fun right now. So let's start with Alireza, that is the quantum vortex superhero today, able to destroy and conquer everything. That's your quantum today. Uh, let's jump now with Ali. So we have Ali, that is the next Ember Stride, that you're able to have the thunder with him. So he's able to conquer everything with the lightning.
I don't know. That's true.
Yeah,
So
it's a
I'm going
good.
to roast my co-host now. So Cynthia, so Cynthia, you're Aeon Verdun. So yeah, coming from the wood.
It's
Yeah, I
actually
love
nice,
the
that one.
picture. You're looking great. Very, very awesome. Yeah, this is the outfit that you need to put for sure. You need to come at the meeting and be dressed like that. You're for sure you're going to take the stage. And for me, I'm on the top of a building right now. So yeah, as Iron Warden. So again, trying to save the planet and try to, as an entrepreneur, survive of all the fire all around me. There we go. So that's our funny moments. That it's always great, and I'm reminding people always we work hard as entrepreneur, work hard in life, but it's important to have fun and yeah, enjoy what we're doing. Wake up in the morning, having fun, and the future look awesome. It can be robotic, it can be batteries and CO2, everything. But as the way that we're waking up, having fun, and just build the future. And this is exactly what we're doing right now. So
You see AI.
with AI, yes. With the AI that is changing everything. Yes. So yes. So let's continue with other question right now. So one of the questions I have for Ali is like, what is your role right now? Partnership with between university, startup, corporation. So what is the impact that you're doing with your technology that you're seeing with your businesses?
Yeah, as you saw, the project by itself, it's like multidisciplinary, and there is a lot of people involved in. So for sure, we need a lot of talents and people working together, and that's what we are trying to. So I really like what Alireza said, connecting with the right people in the right moment and the easy to access to this connection, because as let's say for Ecologia, the project Ecologia, we met by chance together, the three startups in the same event. By chance, we were just assigned to one table and we just talked together. And from that, the project is coming out. So I think uh, now relating to university, the students, usually the student when he starts his project, he is thinking about the future, how to use it, how to build it. Uh, it's not usually what the professors are thinking about. So let's say the professor, they are really expert in the field. They want to publish, they want to push science as forward as possible. And then the student doesn't know that and doesn't know how to make his, let's say, work a reality. So there it comes the information, the mediator between the academic and industry. So there is a lack usually in this field, and especially when building the project. So once the project is built, it's really hard to modify it, to adapt it to another thing, especially when you start publishing. So it's really important from the beginning that everybody is agree that we build the project for application, for technology, and connecting with the right people. Let's say, I don't know, maybe the Axilis for now, it's a good initiative in Quebec and universities. So they are making connection between professors, startups, so academia and the industry, to make those really high-end, high technology projects in life. And if I have, so let's say for now in my postdoc, so I start my first journey as a PhD without a plan. So I just want to learn, but for my postdoc, I'm trying to not make the same error. And then we are building the project around the applications, and we are dealing with professors in academia and now Cooperathon, a lot of incubators with you, as well as a big player in the ecosystem. And so that's the idea.
Nice. I have a quick question now for Alireza. What is your biggest challenge that you have with startup in robotic and hardware as like the partnership, and you're trying to like District Three to make the innovation and the overcome about these challenges?
Well, I think one of the biggest challenges in robotics field is the hardware, as you said. because actually in Canada or even in Quebec, we have a lot of supporters, we have a lot of incubators or companies and people that are helping others for software side. But we don't have that much resources for the hardware because of the lack of maybe interests of companies or we lack of incubators. We do have some super fantastic incubators nowadays, even in Quebec and in Canada, but they are not dedicated in robotics. They are like working on every field, all of the fields, and that makes everything a bit complicated. But what District 3 is actually offering and helping the people, absolutely Concordians, because I was a Concordia at that time, was that, when you're a student, absolutely from a background of engineering, you don't know that much about business, right? So the best way to learn the business is actually getting into a business, but it can be with the failure. But having a kind of incubator beside you, which we actually have in Montreal, like for every university, we have at least one incubator, I believe. For ETUS, we have, for Concordia, we have, for McGill, we have, for HSA, we have actually a lot of incubators, or even some associated group of people that are helping for the business side. This is only there to help you to reduce the chance of your failure by just having a little bit information about how the business runs, what's the business canvas model, how you have to talk with people, how you have to get the feedback from people, how you can create a survey, and all of these things, which I believe that for me, DC3 was super helpful because they gave me the information that I needed to start.
Yeah, I think the collaboration, and I know that you said previously, Ali, that your partnership with the other two other startup and you make it the company together. This is, I think, that the way it's working, and I think that what I'm hearing, Alireza, is the same thing by having this tree and make sure that we have more connection, more collaboration about how we can work all together as a way that everything will need to change, everything will be need to be built. So definitely more resource, more funding, and just achieve our goal. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to add something. So if you think that you will have impact of what you do and there is a chance to get a startup or the business from it, go in as soon as possible, because the sooner you get, the more insights you will get, the more incentive, the more funding, dedicated funding for that you will get. Because if you start something and then you need to, let's say, adapt it to what you do, it will be harder. It's like making a project without validation or so things like that. So you need to think about it from the beginning. Talk to as many people as you know, because in the beginning it's just an idea. There is nothing to protect. So the more insights you get about it, the more clear is your way forward. So
Well, it's something like I always say in my mind, like my mantra is fast implementation, right? So once I have an idea, I implement the idea and then I adapt my idea to, the situation or the clients or the, the feedback. So yeah, as fast as you implement your idea, the more you can, achieve
exactly. And
So
then
and yeah.
last word. It's already like noon 37. So wow, this is awesome because we have so much thing to talk, and it's unfortunately because every time we wish that we can have more time, we already passed like 7 minutes. But last word that want to say, Ali Reza and also Ali, about you want to express how we can connect with you, how we can go to your event that is coming, Ali Reza. So yes.
Yeah, sure.
Where to
Yeah,
find you
well,
guys?
actually, I'm super active in the most of the the meetups and events happening in Montreal. I try to be in all of them. I think I met you, Sébastien, like in the past 2 weeks, 10 times. So I'm actually super, I'm available, but I'm also super active in LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, I try to be in touch with people. Always try to keep connected. But to just give just a small information about our upcoming event, We are going to have a medical robotics event this time. So far, in the past 5 days, we had 120 registrations for our event, which is fantastic. And
Wow,
it's going to be
congrats.
22nd of October. Yeah, thank you. And I know that you also helped us a lot. So what we are trying to cover in this event is that beside the fact that we invited 10 robotics booths, we are going to have two panel discussions. One is going to talk about surgical robotics and implementation of robotics in surgeries. The other one is about non-surgical robotics, which is basically rehabilitation and healthcare. And we are also going to have two speakers, and also we are going to help 4 startups that are they're all, I think, in medical robotics. They're all in medical robotics, so both medical and robotics, to do a pitch presentation in front of attendees. So if in this group there are people that are interested, enthusiasts, investors, or anyone from that sort of people that are interested in the robotics or any kind of startups in robotics, I believe that they can join, and we would be happy to host them. And just the last thing, as maybe the last sentence, in the past, before having the AI, failure was too much for everyone. You should have invested your life, your money, your talent, everything for years, and then when you fail, you're gonna you would be lose everything. But now, by having the AI, you can, when you have an idea, just talk with ChatGPT, describe the idea, like get some feedbacks, create an MVP as fast as possible, talk with some investors, try to protect it, or learn by YouTube, by all of the resources that nowadays we have. And definitely, you can, even if there is a failure, you can, get to that failure point earlier, so you don't lose time, so you can get to another project. That's something that I can tell that for me, that's the most important usage of AI in my life. That it maybe nowadays I fail more than ever, but at least I'm doing this earlier. I just spend like 2 days to fail instead of 20 years to fail, and that's
Well,
with the
it
help of
works.
AI.
Mhm. We learn about it, and we just don't do the same again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but I agree, and this is
Yeah.
why that you need to try, and the way that AI help us to get better, faster, and quicker. And I think that this is this. I love what we're saying at Alireza, and this is all about startup, about the innovation, knowing that more people right now are not won't work at the same job that you are doing right now, more than the half of our people. So everything will be transformed. So we need definitely to have a way how we're going to evolve about that, how we're going to make it. So we need to we need to make the plan. We need to do the roadmap. And this is as you said, just try it, make some error, correct it, and go forward with that.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
want to add something there. Actually, the more you are ambitious, the bigger is your project, bigger are your problems and your risks, and that's where you need AI. So you need AI to yeah to drive you through to predict what you don't understand. So the bigger the project is,
Yeah.
bigger are the risks, and you don't understand a lot of things. So what you don't understand, you need to simulate it, predict it, and go through it. So yeah, so that's.
It's so true, and this is also the same thing for the personal life, because when my kids were small and young, they will have little problem, and as soon as they grow, they get bigger, they have bigger problems. This is the life is as business, so bigger that you have, bigger outcome that you have. So this is it. So you want to do same thing, Ali, about the last word about how we can connect with you and make sure that if you are having a company or research for battery CO2, how we can make sure that the investor or anybody, university can help you with that.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm active on LinkedIn, so I answer really quick. So the best way to contact me is on LinkedIn. I'm really fast to answer. I'm in the validating process of my technology. So now I'm meeting with hundreds of people on the in the next couple of months. And yeah, if you have some insights, you need to you have to get more information about my project, or you invest in it. So what I'm doing is two things now. I'm validating the process with people, contacting customers, and stakeholders, and building the project in lab. So in UCAM University, I'm starting a postdoc and building the project there. So if you have both insights, just contact me on LinkedIn. I can share my screen for my LinkedIn. So this is me on LinkedIn.
Maybe on the event on LinkedIn, maybe Sebastian, you could put the
Yes,
link of Ali and
yes, for sure.
Alireza, so
Every
we can
link
follow them.
about the event of Alireza and also Ali, your Facebook page, everybody will be able to have access for sure. We're going to do
Yes.
repost, and you will have access. That will be we will be able to share it for sure.
Yeah.
So
So don't
and
hesitate to
again,
reach
Ali,
out. Thank you.
this is awesome because we know that I'm driving a Tesla, and how battery is the solution. How we need to be more efficient, and this is exactly what you're doing right now with CO2 and the battery. So again, thank you very much to be part of that of this journey to make sure that we have a better planets and you having saving the energy about that. This is awesome. So I wanted to take also a moment for Cynthia. Again, I know that you did it previously, but if you wanted to just take time to shine and how we can connect with you and make sure that, again, Cynthia, we want to have resource or advice in the company, how we can make sure that we're connecting with you.
Yes. So I'm mostly on, let's say, Instagram or Facebook. I'm also on LinkedIn. So there's the link. You'll see it in the event too. I'm a business growth strategist. I really like all the retention. So how you keep your clients, how you keep them satisfied too, how you scale in your businesses, but with a basic, with a solid base, because sometimes we just scale too fast, but confusion because nothing is really in place. So we see the strategies, we see also how to the optimization of how to optimize your business, how to optimize your brand, also how are you perceived as a person or as a business versus how you want to be perceived, because sometimes it's not the same. So people perceive you in a way, or they see kind of something that is not in current with who you are as a person or as a business.
And
So
are,
this is
are you able to tell me? I know that I put you on a spot, but what is the upcoming event that you have? How we can be there and people can connect with you at the upcoming event? I know.
So this is
I'll
event.
make sure that you know your date, huh?
Yeah, yes, I know my date. No, so I have a studio too. So I have a studio in La Prairie, and mostly the events are in French. So if you do speak French too, it's a business meeting, so it's networking events, and also we always have an expert coming at the studio, and we have a talk show, and we talk about an expertise, business tips, and then we can exchange. We can talk about it, and you have food, you have at the moment. So it's really nice to gather with other entrepreneurs to just get out of always business and working and just have fun, but with people we feel a connection with, and we just kind of open to new opportunities. And Sebastian always comes, so thank you for that too. And the next one is on October 16th, and there's one every month. And we also have one webinar next. Do you want to announce the next Noon
Yes,
Spark too?
yes,
So if you want to October 16th, I'll let the link, follow
yes.
the event.
You will have the link to get connected and make sure that also we're going to your event. We're going to the Ali Reza event, and also Ali. The next thing that you have, make sure that we're going to have the event.
Yeah,
We'll be able to share it,
yeah,
and
exactly.
we'll
I'm,
make sure that
I'm, I'm
we
mostly
all
present
we
in
all
all
come
of them.
together. And this is how beautiful it is. And I think that the Noon Spark and the Entrepreneur Alliance it's all about that, by connecting people and make sure that we're able to promote and make sure that we're connecting with the good people. So thank you very much, Ali Reza and Ali. Cynthia, you're wonderful. Thank you very much to be also my co-host. And yes, I'm going to talk about the upcoming Noon Spark that will come in a little bit more than 2 weeks. So we will have the already Noon Spark number 10, October 29th. So imagine or number 10. So time is passing so quick, and we still having fun of making sure that we are able to promote people. We're having fun about the upcoming event. And again, I'm repeating myself, but what the goal here with the AI entrepreneurs is to connect, build the future together, have the resource together, and make sure that funding, bids, marketing, any personal that you need to have in your company, you have the resource, or we're able to help you to connect. And that's the purpose of AI entrepreneurs. So again, thank you very much to be part of this journey, and let's go. Let's build the future. Thank you very much, everyone.